barbecue ribs, chicken, and brisket. Smoked until it's tender enough to fall right off the bone. It's the feast for two as Bailey's Bites goes on the road to Sugar Pine Smokehouse in Madera. Well, our search for some great barbecues brought us to the city of Madera, and we found out that here at the Sugar Pine Smokehouse, they're serving up some good barbecue to the side of history. All right, guys, well, we've made it inside. Joining us right now is one of the managers. Lisa, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I must say I'm a little overwhelmed. Coming into the lobby here is one thing that you can tell is there's, of course, a lot of history here. Tell us about the restaurant.
So the restaurant, we built off of the history of Madera.
Okay.
Madera means wood in Spanish, and so we decided to base it off the sugar pine. Madera was founded by the Sugar Pine Lumber Yard. It was located on Gateway.
Now, before we move into the kitchen, talk to us a little bit about it. You have some amazing images on the wall that really grab you walking in the door. What are we looking at?
So these are actually authentic pictures from the Madera Historical Society. They provided us with the pictures, and also along the walls you'll see replicas of all old downtown Madera. It's what the original Madera looked like at one time. And they were made by a local gentleman named Paul Sotelo, and he kind of just did it for a hobby for 30 years, and we were just lucky enough to be able to get his collection.
Tell us about the dish you're making for us today.
So today we're gonna make our couples feast.
Oh, I'm ready to try it all. Let's see how this comes together. We're heading back to the kitchen. The feast for two looks pretty amazing. I can see why they say feast for two. Now, tell us about what's on the plate here, because this is a little overwhelming.
It is. So we have our smoked chicken, and it is topped with our homemade barbecue sauce.
Oh, nice.
We have our ribs that are done in the smoker as well, and our slow-cooked brisket. We cook it for about 14 hours, so it comes out nice and tender. And
we don't really hear about a lot of restaurants on the West Coast doing brisket as well, so that's kind of a unique thing that you guys offer here.
It is, yes.
So now, if you can wrap your mind around all the meat, and then it's kind of outdone by the sides that you have in the middle. What do you have here?
So we have some coleslaw, as well as our homemade chili beans, and our homemade jalapeno cornbread.
Oh, you gotta love that. Okay, we'll have to butter that in a second. Let's give this chili a shot, though. Oh, yeah. That's good. Let's take a bite of one of these ribs here. What is this topped with?
We first rub it with our own special rub that we do, and then we put it into the smoker.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, man. Let's talk about this for a second. The rib is so tender that right when you put your teeth into it, it just comes right off the bone. That's a rib done right. And that sauce is amazing. It's not overpowering at all. It's a light sauce, almost like a glaze that goes right over the top of it. Not often we get a chance to eat brisket, so we're gonna have to dive into that. We have sauces here. Talk to us about the barbecue sauces you guys have available.
So we do have a homemade sweet and a homemade spicy barbecue sauce.
For folks at home that haven't tried brisket before, it's kind of something unique. Talk to us about how it should taste.
It should always be very tender. It is a roast a lot like a tri-tip. But it is a little bit more fatty, but that is where the flavor kind of seeps in.
I love it. Okay, the sweet barbecue sauce, homemade right here at Sugar Pine Smokehouse. This is good. You guys know what you're doing.
Thank you.
So much going on here at the table. The feast for two, obviously. This is definitely, of course, a meal big enough for a couple to come out and eat. Sugar Pine Smokehouse right here in Madera. We want to thank Lisa for allowing us to come and hang out with her. I'm going to get back to chowing down. If you'd like to see more about what they have going on here in Madera, head to our website, yourcentralvalley.com.